Hello, and welcome to this episode of Floductivity. This episode is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be me talking to you from a vulnerable and open place. Over the summer, I had taken a lot of time to myself. I did things like the artist way to connect with my higher creativity. I was a part of a spiritual integration group. And I am truly connecting with who I am as a person and my soul. Yesterday, I was feeling a bit defeated in the sense of my podcast, the sense of the energy that it takes, the money that it takes to keep it going. And while I've seen some growth, I can't say the growth that I've seen has kept me wanting to show up every week. And I truly love this outlet. So I'm asking you as my audience, what do you want to hear? What are the topics that you want to hear that you would share with your friend to help grow this asset that I've created? Because I like to be able to share this free information for the people that aren't able to invest in themselves to work with me, to the people that maybe are skeptic in the energetics of what I talk about, human design, psychovitality, and even astrology. You know, the beautiful thing of taking time for myself is that I've gotten really clear on the types of offerings that I want to do. Getting clear on what that looks like and who's involved has come forth in this process. So if you're feeling lost or blocked in your journey, find ways to come home to yourself. That's the true life purpose, is who are you? How do you operate? What brings out that satisfaction, that success, that peace in your life? And lean into that, because that's where I'm at right now. And I'm on the cusp of, is this podcast going to move forward with these visions and these things that I'm doing? And I hope they do. I hope my YouTube channel continues to grow, because the information I put on there, I personally believe, is priceless for people who are trying to understand, again, how they operate. It's not an instruction manual for you to live and die by. It's something for you to experiment with, reflect on, and see how it makes you feel. Because if we relay it all to manifesting, I know that's a hot topic. If we relay it to manifesting, we need to be in energetic alignment with the things that we desire. And human design has reminded me what that looks like, what feels good, what propels me forward. And so the reason I feel like I'm called to do this flow episode, no topic in mind, just me sharing where I'm at right now, the struggles, the insights, everything that I've cultivated over the last few years, is I asked for a sign yesterday about my podcast. I had an episode recording scheduled yesterday with a guest, and it wouldn't work. We tried different platforms. It just wasn't working. And it was a bummer. I scheduled my content out. I don't like to be rushed in the editing of my podcast and my YouTube. And so planning something for this and then it taking an hour to find out that it just wasn't going to happen was a hard one to swallow. And so I think right now I'm going to take a break from interviewing people, which makes me sad because I do love that. I love the insight and hearing other people's gifts and how they bring it into this world. That truly makes me happy. But as a manifesting generator, I need to respond to things. And so what that looks like for me in the podcasting is I've been waiting to respond for the people that should be on my podcast, and I haven't really gotten anything. I've found that when I force my energy onto other people, it pushes them away. So as a manifesting generator, my aura is open and enveloping. But if I'm trying to initiate things, that's going to push away the people, the energy that I'm trying to go for. And so learning how to flow with life is a lesson that I'm always learning. Having the patience of what it looks like when it unfolds, it's something that I have to practice every day. So I hope in the next few weeks I can get clarity on where I'm going with my podcast, but taking a break from interviewing people might be something that I'm going to lean into for the rest of the year. But I have so many beautiful ideas of sharing information specifically to people's human designs. So that might be where I'm supposed to focus my energy. And so I would love your feedback on what type of content do you enjoy? And if you think a friend or someone else in your world would benefit from my content, I ask you, please share. Because right now, without the growth of my podcast, I'm not sure how long I will be able to put more energy into this, unless if it's growing. I'm not asking for thousands or millions of downloads a month. I'm just looking for something to make sure that my information is feeling of value to my listeners. I've never said that following your human design is easy. It takes practice, it takes remembering, it takes experimenting, but that's where I'm at. I'm coming back to the basics. What is my sacral response telling me in what I'm trying to create? Because if I am putting energy into something that is not giving me energy back, it will deplete my energy. I've learned from that as being a hairstylist for 20 years. I loved it. I loved the people that I worked with, but the work itself was draining my energy. And it was the moment that I let that go that life felt satisfying. It felt free. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to take a little work. It doesn't mean you'll be lost on the way. So if you're a podcast listener, make sure you check out my YouTube, subscribe, like, and share. I've broken down my episodes into smaller bite-sized clips. And if you're a YouTube watcher, make sure you subscribe, like, share, because those actions, I can't tell you how much they mean to me. And it shows that the content I'm creating for you guys is being appreciated. It's being absorbed. And then it gives me an idea of what type of content I should continue creating. One thing that someone that I've connected with has talked about me doing is specific human design card readings, energy readings for my clients, and then also for the podcast and YouTube. And so that might be the thing that fills the space with the people I interview as of now. But again, one thing I found is that I'm just not going to commit to something until I do it, see how it makes me feel. So thank you for being here with me on this little chat. I found that when I feel stuck, the more I talk it out, the more clarity I get. And that comes from my defined throat. And that is the area of manifestation. So my goal is creating more of a community, the more of a conversation on what is needed to help you guys step into your power. I want to be able to put my energy into things that you guys really find value in. And so another offering that kind of came through with that suggestion that kind of popped in one night was actually having personalized tarot readings for your type, for your signature, your not self theme, inner authority, and your strategy. You can probably buy that separately, but in the beginning, I will be offering like an informational video along with a tarot reading specifically for those things for you. And so that feels good because I want to be able to give specific advice and energetics for you as a person. One thing that just never really felt resonant was creating a course for people. I want to be able to share this information to help people, but when I see someone, I see their energetic blueprint is different from every other person on this earth. And so that's where this idea of this group program came, is because one, I can really talk to you specifically, but then you'll see the perspective of someone else that operates differently from you. That is how we cultivate understanding and not trying to fit other people in the box that we've created for ourselves. It allows us to beam through and like who we really are. And that has been my goal from the beginning of this journey, is who are you? how can you be the best version of yourself? And how can I help you do that? Thank you so much for being here and holding space for me. That alone warms my heart. And again, if you found any of my episodes helpful, please share with a friend. That really helps grow my podcast. It shows me who's listening to what and how I can create more of that content for you guys. If you haven't yet checked out my YouTube, I'm trying to also build that. So subscribe and comment what your favorite videos are. That way I know where I can make more videos like that. As always, enjoy your day, and I hope gratitude and love flow to you. Thanks for being here, and we'll chat soon.